At De La Salle North Catholic, you receive more than just a good education. You're taught the importance of strong values. During today's lunch, we will demonstrate the 5 LaSallian core principles and what they mean to us. We all entered this school for different reasons: to get a good education, because our parents wanted us to, because our friends went here, or maybe because we like the uniforms, or not. But when we graduate, we will all leave with the same LaSallian core principles which guide our identity today, tomorrow, and in the future. I'd like to introduce our school president, Mr. Tim Hennessy, who will share his perspective.
Hello. And welcome to De La Salle North Catholic High School. I have the honor of being the current president of this wonderful institution, and I am just so glad that all of you are here to hear more about us. So let me just tell you real quickly, at 3 o'clock this morning, I awoke, nervous as heck, not about my speech, but we're doing something very different this year in that we're turning most of this whole program over to the students. Well, being a control freak and a father of 3, that's not an easy task. So, Brother Chris, I am hoping to God that John Baptiste de La Salle is amidst us, and this is going to go great. So, first of all, I want to say some thank yous, primarily to our presenting sponsor, Wieden & Kennedy. Thank you very much for your incredible generosity, for being here, but also for joining us again as a corporate partner this year. Thank you. And also to our event sponsors, the Clark Foundation, Providence Health Systems, The Standard, GBD Architects, Laughing Planet, and On Point Community Credit Union. Thank you very much. And to all our great table sponsors who did such a great job of strong-arming your friends and colleagues to come to one more luncheon. But trust me, this will be the best one you've ever attended. And just briefly, can I ask that my Board of Trustees, will you stand and please be acknowledged? Stand. And I would be remiss if I did not ask our Ambassador Board members who are here to please do the same. Could you stand and be acknowledged? So guess what? You're in a school today. So I have an assignment for you. I want you to remember 3 things today when you leave. And yes, there will be a test. Number 1, remember $120 per year. Number 2, remember the acronym CWSP. 3, remember the number 95%. So first of all, why does this school even exist? Well, we're here because we're a viable and affordable option for the families in this community. With all due respect, the question is, why should only families of means be able to choose where to send their children to high school, especially if it's a private school? All of our families want a safe, faith-based college prep education for their students right here in their own community. And so who comes to De La Salle? Please hear me when I say De La Salle is not like any other school in the city of Portland or in the entire Northwest. We are a very diverse community of students. Many of our students come to us a grade and a half and sometimes 2 grades behind academically. And in 4 short years, we get them up to grade level and into college. And this is very important. We are here only for the families with limited means. Average families of 4 earn about $34,000 a year. Again, with all due respect, other private high schools in town charge between $10,000 and $20,000 a year. We charge $2,995. But 65% of our families can only pay the book fee, which is $120 a year. So what's unique about this school? We were the first to replicate this ingenious Cristo Rey model of schools. Like all Cristo Rey schools all over the country, which there are now 30, we all are based on a corporate work-study program. Every student in our school works 1 day a week in corporate America. And yes, they get paid, but all the monies that they earn come back to the school to offset upwards of 50% of the cost to educate them. I hate to say it, especially to the seniors, it was on your backs to help keep this school going. Thank you, seniors and all the students, for the hard work you do. And just as a quick aside, could you imagine being 14 years old, heading downtown, dressed up with a tie, and heading up into some tall building and working 8 hours a day? I struggled just to mow lawns consistently on a weekend. So now just a few words about overcoming adversity and success realized. Our students hate the labels that people often use to define them. Underserved, marginalized, those words don't define them. What defines them is, in spite of all the roadblocks and challenges, they're making it through high school, they're getting into college, and here's the third piece that I wanted you to remember. Over 95% of our graduates get accepted to college every year. For those of you who played sports in high school, this is our gym. And we can't play sports in here. And we can't field a softball team because we don't have a field. We can't field soccer teams here because we don't have a field. But we have to rent facilities around the city of Portland. But that doesn't matter. We have 10 teams that our students participate in. And as a little highlight, our boys basketball team this year took second in the state of Oregon. In closing, I hope my words resonate with you. $120, CWSP, 95%. If you believe that a rigorous faith-based education and real work experience can change the destinies of the lives of our inner city youth to prepare them for productive lives into and after college, please support us. And speaking of great success, today we have someone with us who is a graduate of De La Salle, class of 2005. She went on to earn her bachelor's in science and psychology from Portland State. While at De La Salle, she worked at OHSU. And since leaving us and going on to college, she is now back at OHSU and has been there for 11 years. She is currently applying to graduate school for her master's in the Healthcare Administration program at OHSU/Portland State. She's in a leadership role as administrative coordinator, leading the float pool, a medical assistant training and extern program, and this is the part that just touches my heart. She's also supervising the current De La Salle students at OHSU. Please join me in recognizing and congratulating Melissa Percizio Temple. So I want to thank you again for being here. Thank you for supporting this great school. And now I get to introduce our co-MC, Felix Sangalo.